Thank you for being a friend.
Oh, yeah.
Travel down the road and back again.
Hey, so we started from the bottom, now we're here, girl.
It's true.
Oh, yeah.
Pal and a confidant.
This is my part right here. Ooh, if I did everything, the biggest gift, the biggest. Thank you for being my friend. Yeah. Hallelujah.
Hello. What's up?
What up, everybody? Welcome to Golden Girls Podcast.
Hey.
What's up? I am your executive producer, Des. And who we got over here?
It's your girl, Missy, the one you love, the messiest one you know. And I'm back for another episode of Golden Girls Podcast. How y'all doing?
Doing really well. Who we got behind behind the mixing board over there? Oh, y'all should have heard.
Though, y'all.
Oh,
It had slid a little bit too quick because I came a little too smooth.
Smooth. Too
You already
smooth.
know who this is, man. It's A-Will Vibe. What up, though, Golden Girl?
What up,
Oh, he hype.
And we got a very, very, very special guest in the building today.
Yes, ma'am.
It was a lot of Aries because, you are very, very, very. And you're not really a guest, but, hey, girl.
I mean, if you've been watching, you already know.
Very, very, very famous. Who are we?
Famous.
Famous.
Who we got over here?
What's
in the
up,
midst- in
baby
the middle of us?
girl?
What's your name, sus?
Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Britt Bright, a.k.a. your fave plus size model.
Hey, what's up, baby girl? For sure, my favorite plus size model. I don't know about y'all.
Period. Okay.
Okay.
Been fine. You just been fine.
Listen, she been everywhere.
All over the
Everywhere.
place.
Okay, so I'm hyped that you here.
I'm so
Y'all,
excited.
I'm so excited to be here.
Good. Listen, for those of y'all,
Absolutely.
for those of y'all who don't know, Brittany was a host last season on
Yep.
Golden Girls Podcast.
Yes, she was.
But listen, baby girl, she had to go do the modeling thing because that's what she do. Okay, she cuts the fuck up
real quick.
So she had to boss up on us real quick. So now she ain't a host, but she a guest though. You feel me? We have to fit in the calendar. We gotta get in the calendar now.
We got some questions.
But I ain't
we want to know
mad
some
shit.
things.
What's going on?
It's
I
been a
love
great
it.
journey.
I love being
We gonna
able to
get
get
to
on
it.
your calendar. Thank you.
Anyway.
We gonna get to talking to Brittany and see what it's like to be famous as your favorite plus size model.
Yes.
But before we get there, what y'all drinking on? What we drinking on?
Don't ask us that because you got us in here drinking this shit.
I
You
was
tell
about
us
to
what
say,
the
now,
fuck
you
this
know, you
is.
tell me what I'm drinking.
Because I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. All right, so can I see it? Because I don't know. A Patron. So we drinking Patron because more than likely if I'm buying it, it's gonna be
I'll give y'all a little quick glimpse. This ain't the traditional bottle, but Patron ain't paying us.
Patron Roca Anejo. So
Mhm.
it got a little bit. I'm hot already.
Me too. I got a liquor co-own in Golden Girl Studio, and it is
It's
warm.
hot. It is. KK, can you turn the heat down behind that door? Yep,
Before I start taking my clothes off in
My
this
bad.
thing, y'all is not ready for this jelly.
Look, hey, we're hot over there too. So anyway, y'all. So we drinking Patron Roca. The Roca got a couple more percentages than the regular.
It ain't a couple. It's an extra 4%.
It's a lot.
I mean, that's a couple. And so we drinking some Roca and some little cranberry and some little Red Bull. Nothing too much.
Okay, well, yeah, I got cranberry in mine. Oh, real quick, y'all, before we get too far into the show, Golden Girls Podcast over here, we like to interact with our audience. So if you are watching us live right now, please accept the StreamYard permissions. So go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and accept the permissions. So when you comment, we can talk to you. You can talk to us. We can see your face and your name and give you credit for whatever it is you got to say. So go accept those StreamYard permissions. Okay, that was our commercial. Go ahead, Des.
Anyway, so let's catch up. What Golden Girls group been going on? Yesterday I went to a Mental Health Matters event.
Yes.
At the Horatio
Mental Health
Williams
Matters
Foundation.
How
It was
was
super great. It was amazing. So Cheers to Life was one of the private practices that was there, basically representing mental health. So
yes, cheers to life. Can we get a little sip of the Tron?
a little
Can we get a little cheers?
Can we get
to life?
a cheers cheers to life.
Yes, cheers to life.
So,
yes.
let's cheers it on up. So I'll explain to y'all if y'all don't know. Cheers to Life is my private practice. Cheers to Life counselor. I am a licensed social worker, and I provide therapy to individuals and adults and groups and everybody actually. So yeah, so I went to this event. I held one of the sessions. Basically, it was like an event to introduce people to therapy, introduce people to different coping mechanisms and mental health. So, it's cheers to life. We have a good time in my sessions. We have a good time in life. If you know me personally, you know if I ain't gonna do nothing else, I'm gonna bring the party.
Yes, as you should.
Go bring the party.
As you should.
Every time I go somewhere, we're gonna celebrate a little bit.
Yes.
So I hosted some dance rooms, like 10-second dance parties for everybody had to like exclaim something that they celebrating extremely loud, and we all danced, like turned up the music, and we all took cheers. Because I just thought we don't celebrate ourselves enough, and so everybody really enjoyed it. I feel like I shut it down. It was hosted by Path to Peace. Shout out to Miss Melba Clark.
Shout out to Path to Peace.
She has an amazing in my growth of private practice. Like she has definitely been a key person that's helped me, and so I appreciate her for the opportunity. But it was great. It was amazing to see. I got some more Golden Girls. Everywhere I go, I'm a rep. So
as you should.
Added some more Golden Girls to the group, and we just gonna keep growing.
I love that.
Keep the brand going.
Yeah. Okay, so and y'all, real quick, because she don't plug it enough, so sometimes I gotta. So cheers to life, right? If I need therapy. And I'm like, shit, I watch Golden Girls and I fuck with Des and I want her to be my therapist. What insurances do you take?
Oh, Lord. All right. So, the reason this is a big deal is because, y'all, I done had this practice for about a year and a half, almost 2 years. And I have only been able to take insurance for the past couple days, y'all. Listen, it has been a year and a half of waiting, and oh my God, my paperwork got lost in the sea of COVID life, and we had to redo so many things and but anyway, I know y'all don't care. If you want to be a client of mine, I work specifically in anxiety, depression, and trauma, to certain levels. I do not prescribe medication or anything like that. But I love working with people of color. I am open to everybody, but I do love my people of color. I feel like we don't have enough access to anything. But anyway, if you got Blue Cross Blue Shield,
okay, because that's the one.
Listen, that's
come on, Blue Cross,
the biggest insurance network in the state.
Okay,
if you got Blue Care Network, if you got ComPsych and Evernorth Behaviors, so that's what I got right now. I'm still working on some more. We got a lot of them in the mix.
Come on.
I really wanted to. I've been doing self-pay, and shout out to my self-pay clients. Y'all don't know who they are, but they know who they are because the past year and a half, people have been paying me out of their pockets. And they are a blessing. So
listen, that's a statement in itself.
So much.
That means you fire.
I think so too. But it's good.
Come on, talk about it.
It's something different when people pay you to do that. So I just, I appreciate that. So hit me up, y'all. Cheers to lifecounseling.com. My bad.
Shout out to Cheers to Life. And I really love this conversation. I love the events that's going on and everything because this month is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Absolutely.
And I would tell you, as a Black woman, I'm not a therapist. I am regular, just like y'all. Des is my friend, so she can't be my therapist. I understand that mental health is not the easiest thing to attack. Finding a therapist isn't. You have to date therapists. You have to shop around for therapists just like everything else.
Like a man.
Yeah. And so sometimes it's a process. So from me to y'all, come on, let's just keep going. Let's keep pursuing and focusing on our mental health. It's really making a difference. I really see it making a difference in our community. So I love it. I'm happy we talking about it. I'm happy that we got Black girls right next to us who are therapists. Like this is a great movement, y'all.
One of the first therapists I know, and so that's like
shit. You the first therapist I know.
Yeah, like that's
like personally, absolutely.
Yeah. And so the event I was at, there was 5, 6, maybe 7 Black therapists in the room.
That is amazing.
That is dope.
Phenomenal. Very phenomenal. Like
it should be 50. Like we want it to be 50. We want it to be hundreds. Well, however,
we got a half because my intern was there too, and he graduated.
Okay, intern
this week.
Congratulations.
So I'm super excited.
That you got an intern is amazing to me.
Woo. Yeah, but I'm getting some more.
That sounds like some grown up ass shit, don't it?
That sounds like you got a business.
A little bit, just a little bit. But as a social worker, people made it happen for me. Like there are
That's
people
dope.
who have waved some magic wands for me, child. So I have no problem waving them for nobody else.
Period. Yes, mental health. Okay, so listen. Now, Dez is like the mental health queen because don't get it twisted. She got the private practice. But Golden Girls Group is another group that does some mental health shit. And our biggest mental health event is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
You want to tell them about it?
Our biggest mental health event?
Yeah. The kickball game?
Okay. Look, I'm like, what's she talking about?
I feel like it is, right? It ain't?
It is.
Yeah, okay. So, all right. You're right. You're absolutely correct. I'm just a little tipsy. So, our kickball game is coming up. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. This is our third annual Juneteenth kickball game. Kickball fundraiser.
Yes,
so let me make it clear. It is a fundraiser, everybody. But it is basically, at the core of it, it is to celebrate Juneteenth. It is to celebrate when our people sort of kind of in a little bit way became free.
Well, this is when we actually, when all the slaves became aware that they were free.
Yeah. Aware that they were free-ish. Because, the civil rights and shit.
We still low-key. Low-key, we still on that struggle,
but, free-ish. Okay, that's our big free-ish day. That's the day that we cap it.
Yeah.
So, for us, we just always felt like that's just a day to celebrate. And how as Black Americans, because we are not tied to our deep cultures the way that we need to be, like, how do we celebrate being free?
Yeah.
I feel like you go back to being kids. We hit the playground.
That's the freest we ever are in our lives as children.
So on Juneteenth, June 19th this year, we are going to host our third annual kickball fundraiser. So the way that it works is that we have all of these different events. You come and you donate whatever you want to participate. So each event has a donation requirement. There is no minimum or maximum on what you can donate to participate. So we're going to have the kickball game. We're going to have double dutch. We're going to have a hustle competition.
A kitty game.
We're going to have a kitty kickball game. We are going to have a
3-point competition.
Pop-up shop.
Oh, I love a pop-up shop.
We're definitely going to have pop-up.
And it's going to be some food.
And so pop-up shop, we looking for some vendors.
Yes.
So vendors, let us know. Sponsors, we're looking for sponsors. So on top of this being a day of freedom and a day of celebration, it is a day to highlight Black businesses. So the way that we do that is, again, it is a fundraiser. The proceeds go towards mental health activities and different resources for Black families. But the way that we do that is we get different businesses to sponsor. We have different sponsorship packages for different things, and your name will be attached to different events or different categories of different event, like spaces or different things that we have going on at the event.
We will find a way to highlight you at the event.
Example. So last year, Big Bear Buds was a sponsor, and one of our teams, our kickball teams, was named Big Bear Buds.
Yep.
Adiva's Everything Boutique sponsored our hustle competition. So the hustle competition was Adiva's Everything.
Period.
What else?
We had production pop-up shop.
Keats Production pop-up shop. Yep. Keats Production did the pop-up shop. So we had a ton of different sponsors for different things. Even if you don't have necessarily cash, but you can donate services. Like, our goal for the kickball game is to make it happen. That's the biggest thing. Yeah, we're trying to bring all the businesses we can together. So we're looking for food vendors. We are looking for literally everything. If there's some type of supply that you think you can provide, or some type of service you think you can provide, let us know.
We want as many people to be a part of it as possible. Metro Detroit, out of town, whoever you are, reach out to us. We will find a way to make you a part of this event. We want it to be fire. And this year is on Father's Day.
I was going to say, this year is very special.
And Golden Girls Group is all about our women. You know that. However, our fathers
Yep.
are so important to our community.
Yes.
And so it's a beautiful thing that Juneteenth is falling on Father's Day.
It is.
So we about to just celebrate blackness, celebrate black fathers,
Yep.
celebrate these black children, the bonds we're building, the mental health. It's just a vehicle. We about to just
It's about to be an amazing.
push it forward.
Yeah.
It's about to be amazing.
We looking for family reunion vibes. That's what we
Yeah.
trying to get.
We got
You
the
know,
t-shirts, we got the
like
music,
family
DJ.
reunion.
We're gonna have a DJ. We got the hustle competition. We got all of it. Everything for
That was the vibe
everybody.
last year. We was playing basketball in the rain.
Absolutely.
Yes, we
In
were.
the rain.
Okay.
In the
Listen,
pouring down rain, y'all.
listen, and that's another thing we need y'all to know. If it rains, that don't stop shit. Golden Girls do not care about getting a little dirty and a little messy for our mental health, for our black businesses, and for our fathers. So let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All
Let's do
right.
it.
Let's do it.
So we kicking it with Black Fathers this year. That's the theme.
Yes,
Black
kicking in
fathers.
with black fathers. And listen,
Yes.
dads, come, bring the kids,
Yeah.
bring your boo. It's a day for the whole family. And then for the fathers, y'all come, we got some special for y'all. A bunch of special for y'all.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, y'all giving stuff?
Listen,
Love.
they gotta come and find
we
out.
giving love. We giving
Y'all need to
love.
come through.
Listen.
Y'all need to come.
Okay, and listen, Golden Girls, them black fathers, them single black fathers go
You
be
know,
at the park.
I was
And
gonna
let me
say that.
tell you, don't knock it till you try it. Listen, her baby daddy might be your husband. Don't get it twisted. I ain't saying nothing, but I'm saying something. Hear me out.
She would know.
She's saying a lot of things, y'all.
All right,
Get
so
us
boom.
together.
All right, so
Ooh.
boom. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, so boom. All right, so boom. All right, so boom. Well, you know what? Speaking of that, Missy, how you doing over there?
Yes, it's that time.
Yes, it is.
It's the mental health check-in, y'all. So, like we've been talking about mental health, before we get into the mess, before we get into all the juiciness of the episode, we gotta check in with everybody and make sure everybody's good. We gotta put the bullshit in the context, all right?
Okay.
Dad's asked me how I'm doing. I'm doing good. I'm getting settled into my new job, so that's an adjustment, but it's cool. My boss is pretty nurturing, so I'm adjusting really good. I feel like I'm emerging from a baby lawyer to just a new lawyer.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's a beautiful
New
transition.
lawyer.
Yeah, I'm growing, I'm learning every day, so I can't complain about that. My bridesmaids is the shit.
Amen.
They doing a motherfucking thing. I cannot
They sure
complain.
are, goddamn it.
Wedding planning is coming along. I'm in a good space. I'm just gonna hold on to that good space. Everything ain't perfect every day.
Her bridesmaids are the shit.
My bridesmaids are the shit.
They sure are.
She a bridesmaid, y'all, so she gonna plug herself. But I ain't mad at it because they've been showing out.
Period.
They've been showing out. So yeah, I'm in a good place. I really cannot complain. Like I said, some shit comes, in different parts of the week.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
over and all, the good is heavily outweighing the bad. So I'm in a good place.
Amen. Boy, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Give me something. What that mean? What,
I'm
what does
doing
great look
great.
like?
Take a sip and then give me a little something.
Yeah. Kind of babysitting.
Because don't I'm doing great, period, me.
I don't know why
Tell me
she
what that
acting like she
means.
don't
I'm
know how
doing
this
great,
works.
y'all.
Right.
I'm doing great. Like,
What's that?
I am the happiest I have been in a very long time.
Ooh,
That's
give that
beautiful.
a round of applause.
Amen.
That's a loaded statement, and I love the shit out of that. Okay.
Yes, I'm very happy. I'm very fulfilled. That is the word.
Mm.
I am fulfilled. I feel like I'm doing everything that I've been crying, fighting for the last 3 years.
I
Amen.
love that.
I'm in
That's
a great
beautiful.
space.
That's
I'm in a
beautiful.
great space.
How am I doing? I am doing very good. I'm not gonna say great, but very good.
That's it was a lot loaded.
Yes.
Well,
tell us.
it's I'm very excited right now.
Mhm.
Like y'all don't understand how long I've been waiting to at least be able to serve people with some insurance. And I know there's like all these therapist debates about being self-pay and not and blah 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 blah. And I get all of that. But I really just have always wanted to at least serve the people,
Mhm.
that I feel like really need it. So
Right.
it has been a journey for the past year and a half, and being able to give people insurance is such a big step for me because that was something I expected a year ago to be able to do in my business.
Mm.
And so there has been a level of patience
Mm.
that God has taught me through this process
Mhm.
that drove me crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Motherfucking crazy. Because if y'all know me, I'm impatient.
Yes.
And if I see
Man.
something that I won't change, I want to change right now.
Yes.
I can't
And-
remember who said this to me, but somebody told me like when you talking to God and you ask him for patience,
Yeah.
he's gonna make you wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
He has really y'all don't even know. Like completely sat my ass down. And it also forced me to depend on my husband in ways that I never thought I would have to.
See, that's a different dynamic.
Yeah.
That a lot of people don't have to talk about. And Lauren
yeah.
told you congratulations too, and that
I'm
was
sorry,
a big
Lauren.
deal.
Thank you so much, Lauren. I can't wait till you listen, sis.
I was about to say, Lauren, you commented at the right time. She was talking about you
I was
earlier.
talking about you earlier, sis. Look now, okay? I'm gonna let all y'all social workers know I can hire you now because we can work some things out, Lauren.
The question is y'all niggas hiring? The answer is yes.
Listen. Now you gotta be your master level social worker, baby. But we can. You want to get some cases now? Let me know, child. We can make it happen.
Okay.
But damn, okay, I seen your fucking comment. See, the problem is, y'all, I'm used to producing this show. And so when I see things that's like producer worthy, it completely fucks up my entire like focus.
Yeah, we'll put your host
And
cap on and mind your
I'm trying
business.
to ignore it because we don't got it back there. But hey, well, you just gonna have to block all this out.
Put your host cap on and mind your business.
Okay, back to where I was at. I'm just really I'm gonna say relieved, but now I'm like super. You know how I am. Like I'm super kind of nervous. It's a good nervous, but now I'm nervous because it's like I've been waiting on it for a year and a half, and it's like, damn, it's here. And it feels like such a soft start. Like it just kind of came and went. Like it's like, damn, I'm waiting for it. But
yeah,
I feel like I'm finally able to kick my practice into gear, even though I quit my job 2 years ago. So it's just been a
journey.
Like it's really just been not a journey. Like you just been standing, you know. And I'm thankful because Golden Girls has blown the fuck up during that time.
Yeah,
and I have really been able to give Golden Girls this type of love and affection and care that it needs and rub it the way it needs. So now today, I think it's relief, it's excitement, it's fear. I don't know. I don't even know.
That makes sense. Because I could just remember, like, you know how, like, I think the part of like waiting or trying to become that becomes such a routine at some point. Yeah. When you actually get it, it's like drinking from a water hose. It's like almost like when you're a student, right? Yeah. Like you lean on that so much. Like I'm in school. Every time somebody asks you, I'm in school, I'm a student, I'm in school, I'm in school. And that's enough. And that's always enough. And you get used to that being enough. And then you graduate. So now you're not a student.
Yeah.
So like okay, I went from like I was a law student, but is you a lawyer? Not quite yet. Yeah. And then it's like, is you a lawyer yet? Yeah. I'm working on it. It's pressure. Yeah. It's definitely pressure. I can relate to that.
I'm a very independent person. I always have been, even though, and I'm very blessed to have a husband that I have because he truly believes that it is his job to take care of me, and that's a blessing. Amen.
That's dope.
But for me, I have always known that about him, and I have never thought that he would actually have to do that. Because for me, it has always been important for me to do that as well for myself. Yeah. So it forced me. This just has been a journey, like in so many ways. And going to that event yesterday and having his support, and like he was like, "Oh my God, it was so cool to see how people react to you." I'm like, yeah, I'm great.
I'm the shit. I've been told you what you mean.
But I've kind of been stagnant for so long. Like I feel like I'm finally able to like blossom and tell people like, yes,
this was been in the works.
My job for 2 years ago. Like I just. So sorry guys, I took a lot of time.
I'm proud of you.
But I'm just
so proud.
Proud of you.
Y'all know how I am. I ain't gonna be proud till like in a month. All right, now I'm just
so annoying.
She ain't even gonna be proud in the month, y'all. She ain't gonna be proud. She ain't gonna be proud till she ain't got to take no more sessions herself no more.
And listen, because I got some plans, baby. I can't wait. Yeah. I already done set some more goals today. I literally told myself, like, you really need to sit the fuck down. Like I had said it out loud, like, no.
You just now telling yourself that?
Listen, this morning I said, I think I should write a book.
Because sometimes I
was like, you know what?
Listen,
and literally was like, I can't do that right now. And I was like,
the problem is I understand her. So this is the issue because ambition is a burden sometimes.
Man.
we don't know how not to be doing some shit.
I know.
Always striving for something. Like,
And I'm gonna repeat what the yoga instructor said when we went for Golden Link Weekend. Shout out to Trap Yoga and Massage Studio. The reason he said stop being, you need to be a human being and not a human doing.
Yeah, I know. Fuck this up.
Be sometimes.
I know. I seen him yesterday.
Receive that because that's how we was in that session. All of us was like, ooh.
wow.
It was a great yoga experience.
Yeah.
He gonna have to come on the show for sure.
That just spoke to me.
Yeah, it spoke to us too. Everybody, listen, the whole room.
I
was
seen him yesterday too.
Ooh.
And I just
wow. Yeah. Because I mean, we got to do shit, but sometimes it's enough to just be.
Yeah.
You know.
I know. But I don't know how to do that.
Me either.
And I mean, listen,
I don't.
You know.
I literally have a problem.
It's in our DNA as Black women to just be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm over that. I just want to be spending. But that's another story.
Okay, can we talk about it?
Yeah, okay. But all right. So boom, y'all. We gotta go into the next segment.
I can't wait to get rich. That's all I got.
Period. All right. So I'm gonna pass it to Des. Because all
right, because
I need to fill up.
I just need to get rich. But okay, y'all. If anybody can loan me $90,000, that would be great. Just call me.
I'm a cheap hoe. Give me 5 and I'm good.
I mean,
I ain't paying it back though. I ain't gonna
all I need is 10. It's a grant. I'm not paying it back.
All right, donation. So next, all right, so we finna slide into our next segment, y'all, because everybody here is lit. So we finna slide into the Midas Touch. This is actually really cool because she already knows what the Midas Touch is. So King Midas is
who know it?
There's a I can't do it with her.
Come on.
There's a story. Okay, so King Midas is basically like a tall tale. There's a story. He did a bunch of good deeds. The gods granted him anything he wanted, and he asked for the touch of gold. And so he went around and touched everything and turned a bunch of stuff into gold. But we ain't gonna talk about the end of his story. We want to highlight people in the world who touch everything they touch just turns to gold. And so the Midas touch, we highlight somebody on our show every week. And so this week, it was important for you to be here because we really want to highlight Miss Brittany Newton.
Yes,
your favorite plus size model. Yes. Brittany, I don't know if you guys follow your favorite plus size model. But I just want you to know, and you're almost gonna bring me to tears. Like,
no, I'm about to cry
because I'm already right there.
I'm about to cry.
Like, so fucking proud of you.
I'm about to cry. This is
like
ugly.
it is like
yeah, you got lashes on.
Like Brittany was on our show last year. Like she has been a golden girl for so long. You have really Brittany really took her shit and turned it around. Like she took responsibility and accountability for it. And and it's just beautiful to see because everything that this girl touches
turns to gold.
I don't know if y'all been looking at homegirls photos, her stories. Like she is a model for Swank now. Like
it's the branding for me.
Period.
It's hey, Will, you getting cold with that trigger finger back?
For real. He's been coming hard all night.
Like, but she is really y'all. Like, I mean, you know, I'm not gonna tell your business, but I just have watched. I know for sure we have seen so like transitions that's just amazing. And
man,
I just love to watch. Like it just makes me feel so good inside. And I'm so fucking proud of you. And if there's anybody deserve it, is you, child.
Listen, I gotta tell y'all about my friend. Okay, so I went to college with Brittany. Yes. Me and Brittany go back. We are the sweethearts. My baby took that, became a Delta. When I tell you everything she touched turns to gold. She starts somewhere and then it gotta get bigger. And then it gotta get bigger. Then I'm gonna push myself even further and further. And when I tell you, it's not a lot of people who got the balls to do that type of shit. Okay?
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this to my sister. She could have quit however many times. And she said, I'm not going to quit. This hurts. I'm struggling. I'm not going to quit.
Never did.
And now baby is on the internet
stay positive.
Up.
Like stay positive. Like didn't quit, was going through her own tough times, going through her own dark times. and was never like bashing other people.
Very
never,
supportive of other people.
Like showed up
Yep.
and clapped for everybody else, even
Mhm.
though she was not feeling the best to be there and didn't want to be there. Like really stayed committed to shining, even when she didn't want to. And that shit is just
Listen,
girl,
and if ain't nobody else a motherfucking golden girl,
yeah, since day one.
that's what the fuck we be talking about.
Since day
all right.
one.
And I know all of our golden girls got stories like this. So we had to bring Brittany here because
Yeah.
I know y'all at home watching her. I know y'all have seen her on the show. I know you've seen her around, and it just keeps getting better and better
Follow
and
your
better.
favorite plus size model.
Follow your favorite plus size model. You got a website too.
I do.
What is it?
Yourfavoriteplussizemodel.com.
All right,
Period.
simple. Ain't hard to remember because Brandon.
She's
once
even,
again.
she's even shown, like she's even been very transparent about her mental health journey. Like everything you touch starting to go.
Yeah.
And we
And
are
so-
proud of your ass.
Yeah, and real quick, tell the people what you do, where to find you on social media. We're gonna get into your story a little later in discussion, but I want people to know exactly who you are,
Yeah.
what you do, if they want you to do an appearance or if they want to book
Yeah.
you. How do they do that?
Okay, so hey y'all. If you ever want to get to me, go to yourplussizemodel.com. There is a link for everything there. Email, Instagram, Facebook, everything is there. My interviews, my projects that I creative direct, they're all there. So
My projects are creative direct. Period.
I hope you-
Period.
Thank
stop
you,
it.
Lord.
I
That's
can't.
so awesome.
I'm
I
so
can't.
proud of it, y'all. I'm so proud.
I can't.
So what do you do
this.
exactly?
Oh, okay. So during the day, I am I just got a new job, y'all, in my field of choice. I've been waiting to get in my field of choice of marketing for at least 5 years, but I've finally made it. So I do marketing during the day for a Fortune 500 company.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, shall remain nameless because they ain't paying us.
Okay. Just got that job and it's been amazing. It's everything I've ever dreamed of and everything I've ever wanted. And after 5, I am exclusively your favorite plus size model. Always either at a podcast, at an event, at a photo shoot, or creative directing one.
I love that. Pose.
Ah.
Photo shoot. Pose.
Ah.
Photo shoot.
Stop it.
I love it. I'm so proud to see you. I love watching your journey. It inspires me every day. I know it's inspiring golden girls everywhere. I know it's inspiring models everywhere. So I just encourage you to keep going, keep pushing, whatever it is that you're doing, keep fucking doing it, and just know Golden Girls is always here to support you. And we love you to death.
Thank
Wherever
y'all
you need
so
us.
much. Thank y'all.
Let's take a shot for your favorite plus size model. I guess we're going to take a little sip. Soup.
Oh, she been drunk.
I drink again. All right, y'all. It's about that time. And pow, Boulder Gold. All right, so Boulder Gold is my favorite segment on the show because you know I'm messy and I like to get to the bullshit. But Boulder Gold is a segment that we always do. And we go over topics in pop culture, sometimes not pop culture, but we talk about them and we decide whether they're bold, bad, or gold, good. All right. So we done pick some topics and I want to talk about them. And we're going to go and say whether they bold or gold. Give a slight reason why. We want to interact with the people in the comments. So this is y'all time to shine. Comment, talk to us. We want to have a good conversation. All right.
Absolutely.
All right. So first, Nike made a big ass, bold ass move to me, and the shit is dope as fuck, and I gotta tell y'all about it. All right. So Nike has given Serena Williams her own like complex in their complex. All right. So Nike gave Serena Williams a building on their campus, and I'm gonna give y'all some dimensions of it because this bitch is massive. Okay. All right. So it covers the equivalent of 140 full-size tennis courts.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Has 1 million square feet and is complete with 140,000 square feet of showrooms, a color lab, a materials library, and 140-seat Olympia Theater. Now, in case that went over your head, that theater is named after her daughter. All right. So
I don't even know what a materials library is.
What do that even look like?
I don't even know.
I'm
what that is.
assuming it's something to do with designing the clothes because Nike is ultimately,
library,
a clothing,
A materials library.
That's where they are.
A materials library, and
the materials for the forces.
So you can learn about materials like while that's amazing.
Yeah.
Like
so I know we don't really need to ask if this is gold or bold. This is really just a time that I use to like glow on the fact that the greatest athlete of all time is a Black woman.
Absolutely.
And
Period.
she has a stadium on the Nike campus, okay? Named after her and her daughter. Her daughter ain't even did nothing yet.
Yep, absolutely.
She just existed.
I just want to go and say, go, Serena Williams. Thank you for being Serena fucking Williams. Applause, baby. That's a big fucking move. She deserves way more than that. Way more than that. I feel like the whole campus should be named Serena Williams Campus.
It should.
Period.
But we'll take the building. We'll take the building.
1 million square feet is amazing.
Listen. My broke ass can't even conceptualize 1 million square feet.
What does 1 million
What the
square
fuck
feet
does that look like?
Yeah.
What does it look like?
Huge. It's ridiculous.
Like,
I don't know.
yo,
My God.
what do y'all do that good that y'all should get a whole fucking 1 million square feet named after y'all? I'ma say run my mouth. If y'all want to give me a big ass stadium for running my mouth, I'm ready, and I will run my mouth for the next 40 fucking years. What's up?
I say Golden Girls, and we gonna have us. We not gonna we might get there. We gonna get there.
Y'all gonna get there.
But you know what else we gonna do? Our festival will cover 1 million square feet grounds. That's what's gonna happen.
You see what you do, Serena Williams. You do all these great things, and then you inspire us to do great things.
I'm coming for Essence Festival.
She done said that shit out loud, y'all.
I know. I've been saying that. I'm coming for their neck.
She been saying this for years.
Let me tell you something. I love Essence Festival. I go as many times as I can.
Yes.
It is on my birthday. I bring every birthday in to Essence as I can every time. I'm gonna always be there.
She faithfully goes to Essence, and COVID broke her heart.
It broke my soul, y'all, because Essence Festival was a real recharge for me. Like going there is a thing for my life. Like it is a real thing. I have never in my life seen Black women.
It's like Black Girl Mecca.
Celebrated. Like it is just so many. I didn't even know that many different Black women existed.
And it's beautiful. Like it's the most amazing.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I've never been to Essence Festival yet.
You gotta go.
You do have to go. And so what I'm saying is that they are definitely an inspiration, but I'm coming for their neck. Bella is about to be out. We're like, it's gonna take a while, but we're gonna have the.
It ain't about to take that long. It ain't about to take that long. Like I don't even want y'all who do the people who try to buy or copy off of us. They think that's about to take long. It ain't about to take that long. Don't even get hype and all that shit. Don't try to steal the idea we on Bella and fall the fuck back. But go ahead, Des.
Period.
Shuts.
Woo, messy. Cause I don't even want people to think they got time. You ain't got that much time, baby. We on that ass.
Period.
I gotta be stopped. We gonna go to the next thing.
This is a mess. This is
all
right, boom.
Mess.
This is the next one I got for y'all. All right. This is about to be funny too because I know y'all gonna get a good laugh off of this one. So my dog Terry Crews,
Jesus,
right?
I'm crying right now.
I'm not even this person, y'all. My dog Terry Crews.
I can't even control myself.
All right, so boom.
Sorry, I'm trying.
So boom. All right, so boom. When I say so boom, you're supposed to stop laughing. All right, so boom. Terry Crews wanted to apologize for his 2020 tweets about Black Lives Matter.
All right, because I'm here now. This motherfucker.
Y'all want me? I'm gonna read off a few. I think it's only right I read off a few.
Please do. Let the people know what he said.
So we can put this into context. Because I need y'all to tell me if it's gold or bold.
Yes.
This apology. I need to know if y'all fucking with it.
Come on.
All right, so boom, tweet 1. Defeating white supremacy without white people creates Black supremacy. Equality is the truth. Like it or not, we're all in this together. Tweet 2.
Wait.
Okay, Black supremacy. Yep, he said that.
He said something else. Go ahead.
Any Black person who calls me a coon or Uncle Tom for promoting equality is a Black supremacist. Because They have determined who's black and who's not.
Oh, what are you talking about, man?
Hey, that's great. What are you talking about?
I didn't even know I had that power. Next. Please know that everything I've said comes from a spirit of love and reconciliation for the black community first, then the world as a whole, and hopes to see a better future for black people. Next tweet.
What?
I believe it is important we not suffer from groupthink and we keep minds of our own and be allowed to ask difficult questions to each other. I believe this dialogue is important as we get through this trauma together. I love you.
Wait a damn minute.
Last one. If you're a child of God, amen.
Amen. Amen.
You are my brother and sister. I have family of every race, creed, and ideology.
No, you don't.
We must ensure Black Lives Matter doesn't morph into Black Lives Better.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so Ted Cruz, he wanted to apologize for it. He wanted to apologize for anyone.
Apology.
He can't come back.
The apology isn't written. It's like a interview.
Okay.
But basically, he's saying he apologizes for anyone who felt like he was being dismissive. You know, I mean, all the what he apologized for. But, you know, he ain't apologized necessarily for what he said. He apologized for how people felt about what he said. I always like to make that distinction because that don't be feeling like an apology to me. I ain't gonna cap. I'm gonna say it's bold. I think you got on the wrong side of the fence and realized that we wasn't fucking with you no more because we ain't seen you around or in shit. And now you like, damn, they really not fucking with me no more. And now you want to apologize because the apologies didn't come right after the tweets. The apologies didn't come right after we chewed your ass up about the tweets. The apology came because we in 2022 and you still ain't had no motherfucking job. So, Bo, Brittany.
I'm
just saying.
Come on, Brittany.
The Wayans ain't made no movies and you ain't been nowhere.
I'm at a loss for words because, first of all, what? Did he say black supremacy?
Black supremacist.
He apologized.
No.
But time out though.
No.
Can anybody in this room tell me what a black supremacist?
I would love to know.
Us. What did he say?
What is a black supremacist?
He told us.
The black supremacist.
You are rolling, dog.
I think if I use the context clues, because I think I can read a little bit.
Okay.
I think okay, so he's saying defeating white supremacy without white people creates black supremacy.
And then wait, stop. Defeating
white supremacy.
How do you defeat white supremacy?
So what he's saying is we need black and white people to defeat it, which I don't necessarily agree with.
I don't know what that means. Defeating white supremacy. Say it again.
All right, so boom.
My hair hurts.
I'm about to read it. I'm about to read it verbatim.
Okay.
Yeah, because Dog went on a rant with these tweets. He thought he was profound as fuck. He thought it was it. Like, I'm going to be in all the Benjamin Button movies off this one.
It's always so funny.
They gonna put me in 007. They gonna put me in James Bond off these.
He really thought he was about to eat off that.
He thought he ate.
What is it?
Because it's a dissertation.
Jesus.
All right. Defeating white supremacy without white people. So you can't leave the white people out defeating the racism.
Okay.
Creates black supremacy.
I agree right there until there. I agree white people need to be involved because racism is a white people problem.
Yeah.
I agree that it's a white person problem.
Absolutely. But
we are long motherfucking way from black supremacy. We still ain't even got black equality yet. Black supremacy? What the fuck is that?
Without white people.
You have to have statutes.
Wait.
In order to suppress somebody.
We have to own systems. We have to be able to regulate them. We have to be in positions of power. We just got the first real black person in Supreme Court.
No, we're not asking,
black supremacy?
We're not asking to defeat anything without white people.
No,
that's not what we're saying.
We're
but even if we did,
white people,
we're literally asking asking
to
you
be
to like
involved.
get it, to like let it click.
Right. And
We're
but
asking white people
my
to
thing
let us
is
in.
though, but this is my thing and this is my issue because they're saying if we exclude white
Can I get the
people.
bottle? This is some shit.
Yep. Because if we exclude white people, it creates black supremacy.
Dog.
My question is, when have we ever had the
We
power
never
or the
excluded white
option
people.
to exclude white people from anything?
Well,
We
you
still
know you're
trying to
talking
get
about Black
them
Lives
to
Matter.
stop saying nigga.
You know you're talking about Black Lives Matter. So, you know, he on the All Lives Matter shit.
Listen.
And I think
And the thing
ain't nobody
I
about
need
to keep
people
telling
to
y'all that all
understand,
lives matter. What the
the
fuck
thing
all lives
is-
matter?
And you're
means.
not going to make me the villain.
The thing is, I need people to understand it's just because Black Lives Matter does not mean all lives don't matter.
They know that
What
shit.
it means is
He definitely
We
know
done
that
heard-
shit.
you
we
know
heard
that.
50
You know
and
that just like what it means to be pro-black does not mean to be anti anything else.
No, it does not.
It means
just
to simply love myself, love my blackness, love who I am, love where I came from. And if where I came from has to do with you putting my people in a state of fear, then that's on you and your people. And if you feel guilty, then that's on you.
get us together.
It ain't got
okay?
nothing to do with me.
No,
I just
goddamn
listen. The
Just like
thought-
racism ain't never had nothing to do with me.
No,
listen.
I ain't do nothing.
Terry
I
I
just
do nothing
exist.
to you.
All I do
Terry
is
Crews
exist.
is literally
I just be
living
here.
He's literally living in another planet because the thought of black supremacy. First of all, do you know what comes to my mind when I think of black supremacy? That's like a motherfucking black euphoria. Like
I'm thinking
Black-
black everything, like
There's no-
black president, black Congress,
supremacy.
black billionaires, black millionaires, black people owning everything. But that's not us.
No, and not only
Even
owning
in that
everything.
space, that's still
Because it's not even only
because supremacy is like goes further than just owning and being. Like supremacy is like developing the rules, developing
Exactly.
the
You being in a
systems.
pla-
Like
in a
we're
place of
still
power.
listen.
we would almost have
As long
to
as
kill
we-
everybody off
Bro,
in our
in order to
country
and to start
over with just
in
black
order
people.
for us to even start black supremacy, we're still amending the same constitution that they wrote that said we are fucking a
3/5,
portion
3/4
of a person, and we haven't
ridiculous.
scrapped that and started over. We're still amending it.
And
So talking about supremacy, black supremacy, you made that
and
up.
to mess you up,
You made that up.
and
That
to
don't
mess you
even
up
exist.
further, and to mess you up even further, we still have to vote for the right to vote to even amend those pieces of paper.
They
and
got,
listen, and
they done
even when
pushed
you
us out
vote,
the shit so
and
long.
It don't
even
mean
when
it's
you
gonna
vote,
it don't mean it's gonna
they
go
will
nowhere.
change the
Joke.
shit and do it the way they want.
Listen,
But here's
and
my issue.
First of all, gas is $5 a gallon. Can I even get to fucking vote?
Here's my issue. More than that, my issue is it does not create black supremacy. Black people are not the only people of color in the world. Black people are not the only people
Right.
that white people have stepped on.
Right.
White people are everybody's problem. It's not
They even their own fucking
They're
problem. We
their
can't be your
own
problem. You ain't gave us shit to be your
problem.
No way.
Like literally, like the poor white community needs to be like kicking the middle class and the rich white community in the ass because they're
Because-
doing them like shit. too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And they're dumb because they just going for it because they're white. Like it, white people are. It doesn't like whites. There's no way in hell that it creates just black supremacy, like
No
in
way.
no type of way. And the issue is that Asians can't capitalize. Yes. People of Latino descent can't capitalize. Like people of all
That means literally we just gonna come up and just big dog everybody. Listen, if black supremacy was a thing, that shit would have happened a long time ago.
A long time
We
ago.
wouldn't have waited till now to do it. Please believe we'd have been got in that ass.
I just don't
period.
understand. I just don't.
But yeah, so Terry Crews, you can get the fuck on. Anybody saying go?
No,
I think he apologized just because his pockets are hurt.
exactly.
So,
That's the
Bo-
only reason.
And I'm mad because he went to Western and shit.
Bold. BOLD.
Okay.
Bold.
I used to try to fuck with him, but he just keep doing shit. I don't get time.
Right. You already was doing that weird ass dancing. You seen when another nigga did that shit, we weren't fucking with it. We tried to give you a
never
pass.
gonna mess with it.
And then
ever.
you fucked up.
Because you
Get the
never
bottle,
mind.
please, and then the next thing.
Keep
is
moving.
All
Right.
right. So boom.
That's
Pour this for
crazy.
me. Pour this for me while I get to the next bottle, girl. Because this one a little juicy to me. I don't know.
Yeah, this the one.
All right, so it's your boy Joe Budden back with his opinions.
Why?
All right, so if so this happened like right before the Meg Thee Stallion interview with Gayle King.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I know y'all pressed, but we not about to get on that specifically. We about to talk about Joe Budden and what he had to say.
Mm-hmm.
So in anticipation of Megan Thee Stallion meeting with Gayle King to talk about her case, Joe Budden talked about it on his show, and this is pretty much he pretty much was saying that Meg speaking on Gayle King on the Good Morning America show was disgusting, and that it should have been on a hip hop outlet. Also, Joe Budden. So after talking about he didn't like how Megan was talking to Gayle King and it should have been on a different platform, we moved to talk about Chad Ochocinco and Evelyn Lozada. And he's comparing the two, basically saying that Megan's about to go on Gayle King, but when Tory Lanez spoke out, he got a bunch of backlash. So how are you speaking out before the case is concluded and not getting any backlash? That's number one. Number two, he's saying that this is a case of victim bullying. Yep, he said victim bullying, and not saying that they're not victims, but what he's saying is victim bullying is when a person makes one bad act and every time they do something good, this same bad act is used in the media to knock them back down. And he says that's victim bullying.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't like it. Now, I wouldn't be right and I wouldn't be me if I didn't point out that Tahiri commented on that.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us who Tahiri is.
Okay, so Tahiri is Joe Budden's old girlfriend. That's the one we've known him to have like since forever.
Mm-hmm.
And she basically saying like the nerve of your motherfucking ass to get on here and talk about somebody
Because
beating somebody ass. And then Evelyn came behind her and said, why you trying to use us as an example? You could have used yourself and kept us out of it.
yeah, very much.
All right, I had to get the messy ass comments
So
in because that made it
basically,
juicy for me.
So they're basically saying that he has been abusive. Is that what we're hearing?
Oh,
That
yeah.
is what Tahiri is saying.
Yes, Tahiri has said publicly that Joe Budden has beat her ass before.
Yes, to the point where she had a miscarriage.
And then Tahiri did, she tagged Evelyn in a post and basically was just like, I'm sorry you going through this. Like, you know, so that's that. But what I'm asking y'all is what Joe Budden's saying, do you think is goat or bow? He's saying that if a person fucks up, the victim bullying. He's saying if a person makes a mistake and then they start doing good, are we going to constantly hit them over the head with this bad thing that they did? I'm going to say what Joe Budden said is bold, and let me tell you why. Yeah, it's easy for the aggressor to move on from the situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's very easy for them to do that. Yeah. It's very easy for the person who hurt you to move on and tell you that it's stale. It ain't no point of talking about it. And now that you're hurting me with your truth, ain't that some shit?
Truth. It ain't your truth.
Right. The truth, right? Because because Evelyn and Chad is a funny thing because everybody always got something to say about Evelyn in that domestic violence situation. Even some of her female cast members have attacked her for that situation. And the problem is that there's a big lack of understanding when it comes to domestic violence, number one. And we're not going to get too deep into it, but what I'm going to say is fear, abuse, trauma, love. When you like mix all of that stuff together, it's a very like confusing pot of emotions. And then other people who are not experienced that or who haven't experienced that try to like make it black and white as if what a victim is supposed to act like and what the protocol is when you're a victim. And I don't like how people who have never been victims try to decide what that protocol is. That's number one. Number two, I can tell my story as many fucking times and however I want to fucking tell it. You don't want nobody to say shit to you about the shit you doing? Stop being a fucking asshole. Don't headbutt me, have me bleeding. I married your ass. All this shit, ready to marry your ass, whatever. And then it's all fucked up. But then you think you're supposed to go and do good and people supposed to forget that you busted my fucking head open.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Y'all get mad when people don't say nothing and wait till later. Y'all get mad when people say something immediately and voice that trauma over and over because that's a big part of their story. Yes, Ocho Cinco don't want it to be a big part of his story because his shit wasn't the one split open.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So the thing is, it's like, okay, ooh, they about to get mad at me for this.
Come on.
Black people, black men, you don't want white people telling you how much you're supposed to talk about racism, how often that trauma is supposed to affect you, how you get to tell that story or how often you get to tell that story. But when it's a woman who wants to speak against you and you think you can do good your way out of domestic violence, just like sometimes white people think they can do good their way out of racism. No. You want better. You want to be treated better. You don't want people to talk shit about you. Be a better person. Until you do that, don't tell nobody when they can communicate. And if you've done that and if you've grown from that, great. And people will see that and that will speak for itself. But we're not going to forget where you grew from. You headbutted that girl.
Yep.
And her shit was split open.
Sure was.
We saw the pictures. No, you don't get to live that shit down.
Never. I'm sorry. I'm saying never because, and the thing is, Joe Budden was talking like Evelyn is always the one to say something. Joe, you was the one that said something. Evelyn was at home, chilling.
Yeah. But even if she was, I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Everybody needs to know this man has an issue.
But my thing is, it's not Evelyn always coming out like, oh yeah, this, and that. It's people bringing it up because not only it's happened to Evelyn,
Yeah.
but it's happened to other people as well. So it's like, okay, before y'all start praising him, let's not forget.
Facebook user, you hard-headed because you were supposed to accept them StreamYard permissions, but I'm going to read your comment
They
anyway.
be commenting all day.
Yeah. Joe Budden bold as hell. This is exactly how manipulative, narcissistic men explain mess away. Yeah, the thing is, it's easy for him to say because he's also an abuser and he got tired of hearing. Yeah, he got tired of hearing about his bullshit. So he sympathized with Tory and Ocho, whoever else, because they tired of hearing about their bullshit. You tired of hearing about it? Stop doing it.
Well, and I guess that's what he's saying. He's saying that he has stopped doing it. And so, you know, should that mean that redemption is a thing?
Redemption is a thing, but don't
my thing
don't
is
ever think you're untouchable. Don't ever think just because you've redeemed yourself, you're untouchable. Because somebody you don't forget that has happened. You know what I'm saying? It's still in your past.
You can redeem yourself without trying to put a muzzle on the person that you've hurt.
Because the thing
if you're going to redeem yourself. Yeah.
And you know what made it better? You support that person.
Exactly.
You need
That's
to support
all
that
I'm
person.
saying.
And you know what? For me, I think it's bold as well, but I am a believer of redemption. I think that some of our system rules, especially with like certain criminals and things like that, like they aren't forgiven in a lot of spaces, and they should be. You know, you do your time, you should be able to come home in certain spaces and be able to live your life.
Exactly.
I do also feel like abuse is that serious that it is something that people can't forget. And to be completely honest, Joe and Ocho and whoever else, you reaching out, like you taking your accountability to that person might get you further than you bitching about it on your podcast.
Then you telling them to shut the fuck up and we tired of you tired of you talking about it.
Yeah, like
that's my thing. Like
it's just because this is the thing, like trauma is a real thing. What's not understood is that, you know, Joe, what you don't fucking get is that every time she see this man, it could run back through her.
Yeah,
it could come back through. She relives the experience.
Exactly.
It's
trauma is
real ass thing for her. And thank God that you can live in a space where you don't have to live in that. You don't have to live like that.
Right.
But to hear he does.
Exactly. And my thing is,
crickets, motherfucker.
Joe, you got a job. And, you're able to do it, whatever you want. I don't believe he went to jail, did he?
Not that I know of. I mean, I wouldn't know.
You didn't even fully pay for what it is that you did.
My thing is, redemption for me is like this. Once again, like the victim cannot redeem you for you. You have to redeem yourself.
Yes.
And I really think that
Yes.
people,
Absolutely.
I
Yes,
really
it
think
is.
that people,
It's not up to us.
PTSD
Yeah,
is
but-
real.
but my thing is though, people who actually work to redeem themselves, I think
They wouldn't
humans,
say shit like
yeah,
that.
I think humans, if that's what you were really doing, we would be able to see that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And people who really work to heal from the bad shit that they do, they don't try to tell the victim to stop talking about it.
Yeah.
They try to go reconcile with
Yeah.
that person
Mhm.
and look them in the eye and say, I know I hurt you. And
Yeah.
what I did was fucked up
Yeah.
and I shouldn't have done it. And I'm letting you know because of you,
Yeah.
I won't do it to another person.
Yeah.
It's
Do
a way
that.
to do anything.
Yeah.
It's a way.
I just don't.
Joe, you didn't apologize to Tahiri. You got your ass on Love and Hip Hop and tried to propose to her
Yeah.
in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
And she told your ass no
No.
because you had not changed.
because you had not.
She
done
wanted
that.
to be with you. You had not changed.
Yep. It just doesn't.
Redemption
make
is an
any sense.
accountability thing. It's not for the victim to do for you.
Yeah.
Mhm. And he
And-
never took
and-
accountability.
And it's a real understanding that you don't get to when you treat people like shit, you don't get to decide how they feel about it. You don't get to control their reaction
Or when they get over it.
or when they get over it.
My mama has always said you cannot do wrong to a person and tell them how mad to get.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
can't.
You can't.
Yep.
You
And
don't
that
have
happens
no
a lot.
control over
Yep.
that.
So I just yeah, Joe, I'm not saying that he doesn't have any validity in what he's saying.
Yeah.
I do think redemption should be a thing.
It is
However,
Mhm.
the responsibility of redemption is not on the victim.
at all.
They don't have to do shit for you.
Nothing.
If they want to, they can tell that story for another 30 years,
Yeah.
regardless for what they do. The thing is, if you become a better person and you grow
Yeah.
from it,
Yeah.
you will make that story mute.
Yep.
You will
And
make
if
that
it's-
story not
Yeah.
that important because we seeing you doing so much
Yeah.
good. It's like, damn, he did smack her, he did
Yeah.
headbutt her. We did hear that story, but look at how much he's grown. Look at what he's doing for domestic violence victims.
Well,
look at how good
Well,
he is to this new woman or whatever the case may
Actually,
be.
I don't think any of that shit matters, just being honest. I think that when you hurt somebody, it matters what you do for that person.
Mm.
Period. Like it's not okay for him to go. Like I don't think Evelyn should be muzzled because he went to another woman and decided to treat her better. Like that's
No, I don't think she
beautiful.
ever should
And
be
that's-
muzzled. What I'm
Yeah.
saying is, if your good is outweighing your bad, that should speak for itself. It's not
Yeah.
for
No,
Evelyn
no.
to validate
I'm not-
for you.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
it directly to what you said. I'm just saying in general to the question. Like
Mhm.
it doesn't matter how. Let's be clear. It doesn't matter how much good he does. Like it genuinely does not. You fix that mistake. Here, you don't get to go on and fix every other mistake in the world and say, yeah, but I did all these other things. That does not matter. Like you caused trauma to her specifically.
Mhm.
And so she could choose to never talk to you again. And damn, that's fucked up. Like there are things that we have to accept in life that some people just ain't never gonna fuck with you because of badass decisions that you made.
Yep.
Mhm.
And that just
Yep.
is what it is.
And you just
Yep.
gotta take
And
that
if you
L.
gotta
Yep.
swallow
You gotta
that
take
shit,
that
L.
you gotta swallow it.
Yep.
If she was out here being a hoe and everything else, you would call her that shit for the rest of her
Okay, and
life.
she would never live it down.
She would never ever live
Because
it
y'all
down.
love to always call out.
That woman could get married, get kids, have all type of stuff, reborn version, and you will never let her forget if she was a hoe.
Never.
Yep.
And so that's just what sometimes you just have to take it.
Yep.
And if it was genuine, if the good that you were doing was genuine and
That
you really gave a
would've
fuck
never
about
came out his
fixing
mouth.
that problem,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
they probably wouldn't bring it up.
Yep.
If she actually thought that you gave a fuck about the trauma that you caused her.
Mhm.
Because it ain't about what he do for domestic violence victims and or anything else. You caused her problems. She can look at you, help and donate and save and everything else to everybody else, and she still feel like shit.
Yeah.
You know what comes to mind when I think of that? And I'm not saying this is on the same level at all, but in this situation, you know, this person was done wrong. So when I think about Beyonce and Jay-Z,
Mm-hmm.
nobody knew what was going on. Nobody there was rumblings, there were rumors,
Yep.
but nobody really knew what was going on with like infidelity until they
Mhm.
opened up and said something.
Yeah.
Beyonce was like, yes, he hurt me, but this is what happened. And then because we was all mad. Everybody
we was like, Jay-Z, the nerve of your ugly ass.
He was like, how dare you? But then when Jay-Z came out, was like, yeah, I did wrong.
I fucked up and I remarried her.
He did.
And I fixed it. And I fixed it. And then Beyonce, and then they came out with Everything Is Love. Everything was beautiful.
Yep.
We was like, okay.
And we ain't seen Jay-Z with another bitch since.
We've been okay ever since. It's just an accountability thing.
Yep.
And he said, I heard her. I had to remarry her. I almost fumbled the best thing that ever happened to me.
Yep.
If this house is burning down, I'm staying with my motherfucking wife. And whoever don't understand that, whoever don't understand that is not my friend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's redemption.
Yep.
That's redemption.
Joe,
he did it
because Joe Budden, and I'm gonna really give you some respect because I respect Joe Budden because he has one of the most popular podcasts in the world. Like,
yeah, he ballsy as fuck. He gonna say the shit people don't want to say.
Always.
And applause for that.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
You haven't taken no accountability, no type of redemption or anything. Now you ain't did shit as far as being a better man. Now you a dog ass podcast host, and I love and respect you for that. But I'm also gonna call you on your shit. Like that just ain't it.
Yeah,
and that is what it is. But no. And don't pull Evelyn and Ocho into your shit. Like she said, motherfucker, use your own shit. Tahiri still
use your own example.
Tahiri is still waiting
on a public apology or even a public acknowledgement that you did that shit.
Because let's be clear, like abusing me and then turn around and saying, "Oh, I want to marry you," is not enough. I don't know why the fuck men think that is.
That's actually the opposite. It's actually giving crazy as fuck.
Manipulation.
You think that I want
you're
you?
wild.
Like you want to do me wrong, and you think I want you? You think proclaiming yourself to me is enough? Don't even get me started. But anyway,
so yeah, so Bo. They ain't fucking with you, Joe.
Not at all. Here.
So all right. So we about to get into the discussions. This is just one general discussion. I think it's a really great one, especially because we got our favorite plus size model here. We've talked a lot about her overcoming. We know her personally, but a lot of her followers know her personally too because of the branding and transparency that has gone into her modeling career. So, she all over the city in some of the most popular brands, most popular boutiques. But one of my favorite things that you did, Brittany, was it was like, I would say like an expose because I like that word, but really it was a photo shoot and it had some messaging with it about mental health. It talked about like some really personal battles that you went against. And that wasn't the first thing that you did. You've done that branding before. That one was just like, ooh,
it was gorgeous.
It was gorgeous.
It was definitely.
But what I want to talk to you about is your journey because before the show, we sat in the green room and we talked about some things and you were just comparing like where you are this year to where you were last year and a bunch of stuff like that. And so I want to get into it because I bet a bunch of our followers can relate to this story and benefit from what you have to say. And so I really want to shine some light on that. So
you said earlier that you are happier than you have been in a really long time. So like, how did you get there?
How did I get here? Well, y'all know firsthand, like this time last year, I was in the darkest place I have ever been. I was contemplating suicide. I had actually tried by this time, and trying not to do it was like a daily thing. Maisha knows for sure because one time I actually told her. But the way that I got through it was, y'all, I just kept going. Like, if it wasn't for people like Maisha and Destiny constantly pouring into me, like, and I used to feel like, damn, I'm a problem, but it wasn't like, no, you're not a problem. We want to hold on to you because we know how great you can be. And if it wasn't for those people, and if it wasn't for like me being a little bit headstrong, because I know I can do things. I've done it before. I've been down before. But in that situation, I was really down. So it was a constant, like, just working, like every little bit, like every day was like, okay, I defeated that day.
Okay. So what was that day-to-day work like? Because, that's a hard discussion to have. And everybody hasn't experienced emotions, like that deeply and felt them so strongly, like, and so when you say daily work, you were doing work daily. What does that mean? What was your daily work?
I'm sorry, y'all.
You good?
Basically talking to myself.
Okay.
Like the process of like saying things out loud. I remember like I would make videos on days that I felt really, really bad. Like just it was like a video diary. Because you know you're supposed to like write in your diary or whatever.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't always feel like writing.
Yeah.
So the easiest thing for you is pick up your phone and just start talking.
Yeah.
I did that a few times. And like I was just pouring out to God like, I want to be better. I know I can be better, but I don't know how to get there. God, help me. So, and even in the midst of that, like I was, not only in my mind was I feeling sick, my body wasn't 100% either. So it was just everything was working against me.
Can you
and
tell
y'all,
us what that was? Like, what were the negative things? Like, what were you feeling? What was
like your body? Because you saying like physically.
So physically, like I didn't like my body. I didn't like the weight I was at. Although I was modeling at that time, I didn't like the way I looked.
Yeah.
I didn't.
That's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Although I was like portraying that I was full blown, was taking bookings and everything. I was feeling bad, not because of just because of the way I felt. Like I felt slower. My energy was not the same. Like I just was not at myself. So physically, and I was not, because at that time I didn't know what I was dealing with. My gallbladder was going bad at the same time.
Oh wow. Okay.
I was so mentally ill that like my body started to shut down. And I did not know what was going on. So it's like one day it had gotten so bad, like my eyes had started to turn yellow. I'll never forget this. It was October of 2021. Like I called my mom. I said, "Mommy, something is wrong. I've never felt like this before. Something's wrong." And shout out to my mama, because
shout out to Cheryl.
I don't know how she went through it.
One of the baddest.
Her baby was going through it, and I had no idea what was going on. So we went to the hospital. They said, "Okay, you have a gallstone that is rupturing your gallbladder. We have to take it out immediately."
Wow.
And
Are gallstones stress related?
Yes.
Okay.
They can be stress related. Because I was so stressed. Number one, it was taking a toll on my body, and I was not eating right. Wasn't eating right at all. I was drinking, just doing all the wrong things. All the wrong things. So it very, very well took a toll on my body. So we got at the hospital. They're like, "You got to get this taken out immediately." Y'all, I will say, it's like in that operation room, God came to me. And he was like, "You better now. Go ahead."
There you go.
Ever since, I've been up.
That's good.
And it's like, I don't know what it was. Like, it's like an out of body experience. Like you watched yourself get up off of that operation table and literally be okay. Be okay enough to keep going. And I feel 1,000% better. So honest to God, to this day, I don't know what it was. I don't know if that was like a sickness being taken out of me. I don't know if it was like a spiritual thing. I don't know. But I can honestly say since that day, I've been the best that I've ever been.
So what things are different about your life? Because I know you said you weren't eating right, you were drinking, you were doing all these things. You got off of the operating table, and I know you didn't go back to the same type of habits that you had before. Like so what things did you change? What changed in your daily life?
So one big thing is positive self-talk.
Amen.
Positive.
Hold on.
You been in
break
therapy,
that down.
ain't you?
Break that down because
that's some
listen,
therapy. That's some therapist shit.
I need my golden girls to listen to this real big, because I know she about to explain. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all need to hear this, because one thing that I hear a lot, we can tear ourselves down very easily. And I know sometimes for Black women that comes more naturally. The tearing down comes more naturally than the building up. And that's because of the people who have helped form our inner voice, and like the society and the beauty standards and the this and the that. And like over time you can develop a negative voice. So when you talk about positive self-talk, what are we talking about?
I'm talking about, okay, you get up this morning, I'm gonna have a good day. I'm gonna have a good day because I'm gonna do well at work.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be able to get this, and this done.
Are you saying this out loud to yourself?
Yes.
In the mirror? Or
Yeah.
what is-
No,
okay.
I'm just saying it out loud. It don't have to be in the mirror.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm just saying it out loud.
So you
because
just
it's in the
getting dressed.
universe.
You just getting dressed.
I'm gonna feel good about the way I look. I'm gonna like this outfit. Oh, these jeans about to be comfortable. Just constantly talking
the little
to yourself.
things, very little things.
Because you know the slightest thing could throw us off.
Yeah, definitely.
You know,
Shayna Stewart agrees with you. She
Yes.
said positive self-talk is vital.
Absolutely.
Very much so.
Absolutely.
Very much so.
Y'all, it saved my life.
Amen.
Okay. And so I want y'all to like listen. She said like the jeans are about to fit. I'm about to look good in this outfit. I'm going to do good at work because X, Y, and Z. So like, you know, because sometimes, you know, especially with social media, we get caught in these big manifestations and I attract money and I attract happiness and stuff like that. And those are great. I'm not knocking those at all. But sometimes, and on the hardest days, it comes down to the like minutia.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. So
I'm not gonna sit here and trip about my edges not being full or my eyebrows not being. Listen, because baby, if you look for flaws, you gonna find them.
Yes.
Amen.
So I love that positive self-talk. Okay, what else?
So I have a story about positive self-talk.
Okay,
And I have a testimony, if you will. So,
Mm.
Will, my brother.
I love me some positive self-talk.
Okay, the producer behind the scenes. I was on his podcast, and you know, one of the questions was like, "What is one of the brands that you would like to work with?" The first brand I said was Swanka Posh.
Mm-mm.
That was 2 years ago.
Posh, 2 years ago.
Will too.
That was 2 years ago.
Okay, so what you doing now? Because bring it full circle.
So y'all know when like Swanka Posh be doing like they live models or they have models that's always on their page.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm one of them.
Period.
Baby, she on that motherfucker too. To the point where I'm like, Brittany, can I get them pants? What I need to do to get them pants?
She like a real swing model. Like
Legit. She listen. That's
crazy.
dope.
Hey, Will must be just a space of manifestation.
You must be. We've been manifesting around A Will for months now.
He's one of the most positive people
y'all.
I know.
Let me tell y'all something. The first podcast I've ever been on, the show that made me say, I swear to God, in the car on my way home, I was like, I'm going to do a podcast. I went on A Will's podcast 3 years ago.
Yes.
And had a ball. That was my first time.
Did you have a ball?
I had a ball.
Oh my God.
It was amazing.
It was amazing.
My first show ever.
That was my first.
That's why we call Golden Girls, baby. It's vibes everywhere. It's gold everywhere. We don't play.
I left there.
This is
like,
real. This is real.
Then after taught myself how to do it, all of this, I text A Will out the blue. I'm like, I don't know who to call. And I was like, go to your roots. Text A Will. Do you know somebody? Do you know a studio we can go to? Because I'm tired of doing producing by myself. He said, I'm going to come and do it. It was that simple. Like,
it's amazing.
He didn't think twice, and A Will been here since then. Like, listen, A Will, listen, you've been changing our lives.
I'm gonna tell y'all about the self-talk for me. And I don't know if other Black girls can relate or what, but like I was an athlete coming up.
Yeah.
Like I'm one of those ones like strong messaging, passion, and all that stuff resonates with me.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes people call it the most. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. So when it comes to positive, when it comes to my positive self-talk, it get a little cocky. It get a little raw.
But
We need to have a real bitch conversation.
She backs it up.
Listen, because like positive self-talk, like sometimes, you know, because Brittany sounded really nice. Like these jeans are going to fit great on me today. And I'm going to go to work. I'm going to do this, this, and this. And, you know, and that's a beautiful thing. Me, I get up. Oh, you tired? Well, bitch, what you gonna do about it? You gonna lay back down and lose out on money, or what we doing with the day? Okay, well, bitch, you want some pop? Have you looked at yourself? You want pop or you want water? Which one do you really want? Okay, so have you, like, you know, like mine is a little more like a drill sergeant, and she a little cocky, and she a little arrogant too. Ain't nobody fucking with you today, Maisha. You know what I'm saying? Prepare them to be sick of me. Like sometimes you gotta like take it there. Like it's okay. It's just you to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just make sure whatever that voice is motivating. If it sound like a coach, if it sound like your big sister, if it sound like your homegirl, whatever voice that needs to be, think of the person who get you there. And
mine. I take pleasure in stunning on people. I'm not even gonna hold you,
and that's okay.
I deeply do, and I'm never gonna lie to y'all about it.
She's not.
Like, I made it through college, imagining stunning on a few motherfuckers than I did. I made it through grad school, stunning on a few motherfuckers than I did. And I really hate to say that that's it, but it does. Like, so my self-talk is like, listen, you gonna sit here or you gonna show these bitches who the fuck you are?
Period.
Check me, bro.
Period.
And let me tell y'all something.
And it's real. And I will call her like, I was thinking, they got me fucked up. So we finna take over and all. And will I not? It was 7 o'clock in the morning. Like, I was just thinking that they had me fucked up. Because
hell yes.
Because I pay attention to detail. I do things. I work really hard. I cross every T and dot every I.
Sure do.
Be having me fucked up.
You sure do.
And you know, and I'm sweet and I'm kind and I bring energy and I bring aura of acceptance and love. And sometimes motherfuckers have me fucked up because of it. They think I'm just this nice thing and I'm not at all.
Yeah.
And so,
there's so much more.
My self-talk be like,
they got you fucked up.
They got you fucked up today. What you doing, sis?
Yep. And like, and this is one thing I want to ask y'all, because I have, and this is the last question I'm gonna ask, I swear to God, because I know I've been running my mouth. But it's such a good show, and I'm loving what we're doing here. Okay, so I have a question, because like, I know one of the biggest things for me that I struggle with is sometimes knowing I'm doing the work, knowing that I have the skills, knowing that is people, you know what I'm saying, trying to get off, who low key can't fuck with me, knowing it's people who trying to diminish me in their mind, knowing that they not even on my level. It's shit like that. And it's like, I struggle with sometimes like being able, like, so that inner voice that I talk about, being able to like project that, and not in a cocky way, but like, sometimes I be feeling like other people need to know they not fucking with me either. Yeah. You know, like in a way to just say, because sometimes I feel like if I'm too humble, people mistake it. Like they get it twisted. And it's like finding that balance. And like, that's my biggest struggle when it comes to me and being like, you know, standing firm in who I am. And I just want to ask y'all, like, what's your biggest struggle? What's the things that you kind of don't ever want to admit out loud, but really get to you on your journey, or sometimes kind of stump you up some days?
Well, first, I just want to respond to you. My therapist's response to what you said is, and I respond to, and we know between the three of us, I'm the responder. Yeah, like between the three of us, I'm gonna tell you if I feel some type of way to your face. I'm not.
She's one.
I'm gonna tell you directly to your face.
I might wait a little bit.
No, I'm gonna tell you right then. I'm not gonna hold you up. But, and what I'm learning is that your actions will always speak louder than your words. Always.
True that.
And so you don't have to tell them shit.
You don't gotta say a word.
And so when I'm waking up and I'm like, they got me fucked up, it is because my actions is about to show out.
Yeah. It's just like, bro, it's just been like the story of my life, no cap. And I can name so many different instances, not just like right now, but many different instances in many different areas of my life where I've just been so slept on.
It's all right.
Like, what the fuck is y'all looking at? Because it's never been a self-esteem issue. It's just like, did y'all fall asleep during the movie? What the fuck going on?
That's your superpower that God has given you. That's gonna work for you. That is gonna work for you.
Because I struggle with that daily. Like, am I missing something? Am I not doing something?
It's always
do I not got the sauce? Like,
you always leave somebody behind you with their mouth dropped.
Always.
And that's a fact. So you know what I'm saying? There's always some mouths dropped.
Absolutely.
Whatever, they'll be all right. That's your superpower. That's your superpower. Sleep on me, honey.
Maisha has been doing it for years. Let me tell you how much I appreciate Maisha as my friend, because she talks about me. I've been talking about Maisha's greatness for years. Yeah. Like, Maisha pushes me, bro. Like, everybody, that drill sergeant, that's what I need. That's Maisha.
And it's positive.
Yes. I never feel like she cutting me down.
You're so sweet.
She's not gonna cut you down. She's not gonna cut your ass out.
Absolutely. She gonna be like, why are you playing with yourself?
She gonna get you
I
together.
can't have my dogs out here with their vibrations low.
Oh,
we
she
gotta
don't
pick
play
them
that.
up.
Yes.
Let's do it.
She don't
Yes.
play that.
Let's do it.
Yes.
But yes, I really listen, y'all. This episode was fire. Like
I had a ball.
Absolutely.
the
I
journey
know.
talk is really good because I think it's not a talk that Black women are often vulnerable enough to have with each other
Yes.
because sometimes we feel like it ain't enough space.
Yeah.
Sometimes we feel like things are competition or we just
Mm.
having trust issues with the other women around us or whatever.
But you know
But
what?
I appreciate the fuck out this conversation.
I
Yes.
think, and I think the biggest takeaway that I want everybody to take from this is you have the absolute right to create that space for your damn self.
Mm.
Like you have you don't have to depend on nobody else to do it. And of course, that's what
Mhm.
Golden Girls is trying to create. But
Exactly.
understand that the reason that I even thought of this shit in the first place is because I feel like I can create this shit my damn self.
Yeah.
It's not hard to be positive.
Yes.
right.
It's not. It is intentional though.
It's actually harder and like heavier
It takes
to
more
be
energy
negative.
to be negative. You just got to be intentional. You got to try. You have
Mhm.
to try.
You
But
have to
it's-
manifest.
You
like
can create it's your shit yourself.
Yes. You could create it. Like when I tell you this brand was created out of an idea, out of
Mhm.
thin air.
Yeah.
Thin air.
And you know what? As beautiful as it is, and we all are very entrepreneurish women, and we
Yes.
are creators and all that.
All that
But
good stuff.
it don't even have to be developed in a brand. It could just be you
You
walking
being
around
you.
as yourself.
Yes.
And just being that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It don't always have to be developed in numbers and show results and reports and all that shit. It can just be you,
Being you.
content and happy and chilling.
Shout out to content. Like
Shout out to content.
Because we always want to be above that. The goal is we always want to be amazed.
what was
If
your
you-
saying?
What?
Stop being a human. Stop being a human.
Oh, that
being.
wasn't me. That was the man that trapped
Yes.
yoga
Trap
and
Yoga
massage.
Studios.
Start being a human being and not a human doing.
Yep.
All right.
Be content.
We are human
Content.
beings, not
Yes.
human doing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So before we get out of here, we're gonna leave like with one gem. So Brittany, I think it's another important thing for our Golden Girls to know.
Yes.
So if we know somebody who's struggling, if we have a friend that's going through a dark time, like how can we be there for them? How can we support them? What can we offer them?
Just be there. Just be their friend. You know, if they
What does
miss-
that mean though? Is
if
that
they-
calling?
okay, so
Is that
listen.
not calling?
So
Is
listen,
that...
if they missing out on something,
Mhm.
don't hold it against them.
Okay.
Mm.
If they not present,
Mhm.
know that they want to be,
Amen.
they physically cannot be.
Mm.
Oh man.
Just check on them. Hey, I ain't heard from you in a couple of days. What's going on?
Is that aggressive? Is that
No.
like, bitch, I'm pulling up?
You know, it might be because y'all pulled up on me.
Yeah.
Pulling
I'm
up on you.
I'm an aggressive friend. I pull up on everybody.
we both like, and as a unit, me and Dez are extra
Yeah, we shouldn't be
aggressive.
together because we coming up in your shoes.
We're really just passionate, but it's just like
With
you know,
balloons and wine, y'all.
we do a little song.
We gonna bring the party. I
They
told y'all that.
pulled
Yes.
up on their friend, but just be there. Like, just don't fault them. Be understanding. Be comforting, and be that space. Because I felt comfortable enough with Maisha to tell her I was contemplating taking my own life.
And look for it because they're not gonna tell you.
Yes.
I think that's the biggest
Look for
thing.
the signs when they're
Look for it.
And-
quiet.
Yeah.
When when they a little bit too quiet,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
please check on them.
Yeah.
yeah.
Please.
And one thing I had to do, if your friend reaches out to you and has a vulnerable moment with you, do not overreact. Do not treat them like it's something wrong with them. We all have days where the shit is just too much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So don't overreact. Don't make them feel like, they just said something that's like, oh my God, ring the alarm, call everybody and all that shit. It's just a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a conversation. They don't want you to be God. They just want you to respond. And they want you to be
Yes.
genuine.
yes. They
I
just
think-
need you to be there.
I think my gem is check on your strong friends, and that's a real check. So understand that your strong friends. Brittany,
For
don't touch
sure. For sure.
She's trying to rub my head. Don't
Man.
touch me. You gonna have me cry. But I'm a strong friend in 99.9% of my friendships, and
Strong friends.
my friends don't know when something going on with me.
They
Like it's just the truth. They don't, because
Mhm.
I usually keep it together, and it comes out for me in different ways.
Yes.
I'm not at your event. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little bit more snappy. I'm definitely not answering the phone, but I don't do that, period, anyway. But listen, you better believe the phone ain't getting the answer. So your strong friends go through it the hardest.
Yes.
They have the most on their back, and
The least amount of people to talk to.
and the least amount, and people are still coming to them. And you have no idea. So for me, it's just them people that usually always got it together. Because I'm one of those people that people assume that. People say that shit to me all the time. You always got it together. Like, dig deep in them. Check them aggressively and hard if you need to. Like, check the shit out of them.
Interrogate their ass. So everything great. So nothing's going wrong. So if I gave you $1 million, like if you could pick one thing that you needed right now, you're not gonna say nothing. So everything is just perfect. Like ask them. So everything is perfect.
Because if you ask the right question, they're busting the tears.
Baby.
Because that's me. That's why I said, cool.
Listen, you hit them with this. I'm telling you, you ain't gotta do the most. You look them in their eye and you just touch them on their shoulder and look them in their eye and say, bro, are you okay?
I know. I love you.
It's the touch on the shoulder.
You see, I just told her to stop touching me. Don't touch me. I'm stressed.
But yes, this was a good sisterhood moment. They laughing. I can't stand these bitches. Like, we can't even round out the episode because these hoes.
So y'all, this is a family episode though.
Yes.
Everybody in the room is family. So it's just I'm sorry. All right. I just want to thank everybody for being here. Everybody in the room.
Yes.
Hey, Will, KK over there tired as hell. She tired of us.
Yeah, we
Missy, and of course, your favorite plus size model in the building.
Right. Thank you so much for being here. We know you done came up, but you still stop by and talk to little old us. We love you today.
Because you famous.
Yep.
Girl, get the fuck out of here.
Tell everybody where they can find us, merch, podcast episodes, all that.
So you can find Golden Girls Podcast on Anchor, Breaker, everywhere that you listen to podcasts, Apple, Spotify, everywhere. And if you still can't figure it out, check out Golden Girls Podcast. I'm lying. GoldenGirlsGroup.org, because I changed the website. So GoldenGirlsGroup.org, you can get to the podcast, you can get to our events. Juneteenth kickball game fundraiser. Black businesses, we need you. Black families, we need you. Black fathers, we are doing this for you.
We showing out.
We will see y'all in Ferndale, June 19th. And as always, stay golden. We love you all.
Bye.
Bye. Check us out. GoldenGirlsGroup.org. Bye,